Now to housing. Imagine taking cash out of your home without incurring any debt and therefore no monthly payment. Well, that's what one business aims to do, but there is more to it than that. Diana Olick explains.
Greg Hart was house rich but cash poor, and he wanted to pay off some debt. He did not want a home equity loan.
To go with a regular HELOC meant I was trading one payment for another, and I didn't see that was going to get me any further ahead or pay off.
Instead, he went with a new idea from a new company, Point. Point helped him to sell equity in his home to an investor, $50,000 cash.
It was one of the easiest processes I've ever done, especially with regards to, say, a refinance for a mortgage.
Eddie Lim had the same issue getting a loan, which is why he started Point.
But the irony is the biggest asset that I own, the biggest asset that most of us own in our lifetimes, all we can do is add more debt. So that's where Point came in.
Here's how it works. Let's say the home is appraised at $1 million. Point lowers that value, say by 15%, so it's now $850,000. That gives Point a $150,000 cushion against risk. Then Point gives the homeowner, say, $100,000 cash. The owner has up to 10 years to return that cash, but can exit the contract at any time. When the owner does, Point gets the initial $100,000 back, plus a percentage, say 30%, of any appreciation in the home's value. And here's where Point can profit. Since it lowered the value to begin with, it automatically gets 30% of that $150,000 cushion, or $45,000. If the value goes up, Point gets more.
The homeowner gets liquidity, the investor gets a risk-adjusted equity investment.
Kingsbridge Wealth Management has pledged $100 million to back Point's contracts.
As an investor, we do expect equity-like returns because we're taking equity-like risk. If the home price goes down, we participate in that, where your mortgage lender does not.
If the home goes up, that's when Point does well. If the home goes down in value, then nobody really does well.
Lim says demand has been very strong. They've invested in 300 homes in 15 states so far and expect to do 10 times that in the coming year with the new cash from Kingsbridge. Greg Hart said he understands that getting the money now is more expensive than a second mortgage because it will cost him more equity later. But
I can now see light at the end of the tunnel, and I'll be able to do things that we've long needed to do. It's just like we're moving again. We're moving forward again.
For Nightly Business Report, I'm Diana Olick in Washington.